Welcome in, welcome in. Do you like grits? Do you like a nice catfish or a fish fry? Well, if you don't, I still got some for you. Still got some catfish that you're going to probably enjoy. You want to sink your digital teeth into this. We're talking Unknown Numbers, the High School Catfish. Okay, this just came out this year. I want to say the end of August. This is still fresh and new. This is a crime documentary. I say that loosely. True crimes. I say that loosely. Crime documentary. There's some crazy shit that goes on. So let me tell you, IMDb says a teen girl and her boyfriend face persistent harassment from an unknown caller. Police investigated for months to discover who really did this. We sat there and watched it. So it's an hour and 35 minutes. M for matured. It's rated R. It's rated R. There's some words that are going to be said on here that your kids cannot be near. Now, let's go over the pros and the cons of this, right? So the cons of this is that this is happening in schools right now. As a parent, this is happening in schools right now. These kids have a different type of fucking pressure that we didn't have growing up. I'm an 80s baby. So we did have the cliques, the jocks, the nerds, the mean girls, you had stuff like that. You did have, whether or not you want to play hooky and take off and leave, whether you want to, kiss that pretty young thing under the bleacher, whatever. We had the things that we did, but now they're being shamed in such a way, and you got deep fakes, and then you trust a guy or girl and you send an image, and now that's all over the school, and it's just, my goodness, it is so different. And you're watching how these younger kids are handling it. And when I say younger, I don't mean like college, I don't mean high school. That's happening, yeah. I don't even really mean middle school. I mean it, but I don't mean it. I mean, this is happening in elementary school, where kids are being in the situation that they are. And so this is one of those things that when you watch it, if you have a young adult, have a conversation with them. Try to have a conversation with them. Try to be involved in your kids. Try to be involved in their high school. Try to be involved in whatever's going on. Because it just shows like, man, I know we're working jobs, we're trying to pay bills, but that was a con for me. Another con was the production level of this. The trailer seemed like it was going to do something different with documentaries. The poster, and at times when they would show the text messages, like it was going to do something different, but it really didn't. It was very sit in the house, picture in front of camera in front of you, and do what you're going to do. It was nothing really special about that. I don't know why, but I felt like this was one of the few interview documentaries where the people didn't seem relaxed. One person did. We'll get into that. Didn't seem relaxed. Everybody seemed so very uptight, and they just weren't, it just didn't feel natural. The good things about it was eye-opening of, one of the issues that are happening in schools, the good thing about it was the resolve. You really like to see stuff like this where they give you an ending versus, unfortunately, like Amy Bradley is missing on Netflix, which we talked about that as well. You don't get that end result that you're looking for. You don't get that resolve. The family doesn't get that resolve, and that's unfortunate to watch them, go through that anguish of it. But yeah, let's go ahead and rate this. So this right here, we rate from a 0 to a 5. Unknown Number, the High School Catfish on Netflix, just came out the end of August. Again, I think they're 13 and they're getting ridiculous text messages. When I say ridiculous, I'm talking about sexual. I'm talking about go unalive yourself. I'm talking about you're nobody. I'm talking about threatening. Like, this is just, and I'm not saying like a text a day. I'm talking about at some point there was 50, 100. At the end of it, tens of thousands of texts. That's wild. Wild. So I would rate this a 2. Story is interesting. Story is very interesting. And I'm pretty sure Netflix knows it. I'm pretty sure they know that we didn't do anything special with this. The story is the real thing here. And then when you get to the end, that's the thing that's going to take it. You'll probably see it if you haven't. You'll probably see either jokingly, unfortunately, or a serious conversation about how this ended on social media going into the fall, right there with your pumpkin spice. You'd be like, hey, I got my pumpkin spice. And also, did you see that documentary about the unknown number? So I don't know. Like I said, believe I rated it a 2. There's not much going on. You could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here. Until next time, click allow.